Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's release date trailer is out. Yeah, I'm late. Sorry, I just can't keep up with the games industry, and I'm working on an indie game as well as video making. I'll dive right in. Okay, the trailer begins in what is possibly an alternative reality where Avalanche loses, and it could also be the same one where Zack is saved. The world will be saved, but will you? Zack is in shot and Aerith is speaking.
The sky, I don't like it.
It sounds like this reality is dying, or realities might be merging together. I interpret this as will Aerith be saved in Rebirth? Rebirth is where she dies in the original. I think they might delay her death and employ a bit of bait and switch. I have a video with some theories if you want to check that out. Junon in all its magnificence. Rufus is giving a speech to the people and they fire the Mako cannon, or Sister Ray. Interesting because we didn't even get Rufus's big speech at the top of the Shinra building in VII Remake, and we never hear his speech in Junon in the original Final Fantasy VII.
No, not quite.
He actually gives a mock version of the speech at the Shinra building in the original. We originally arrived late and catch the end of the ceremony. In a way, it's kind of cool that we're going to see more of it this time. Original had you playing Cloud in disguise and trying to blend in with the back of marching soldiers in a minigame. This time we're at the front of the regiment, and if you look down at the bottom left, there is a change formation option, so maybe we'll see that minigame return. Junon buildings and shops in the background look amazing. We've got a call chocobo button at the bottom here, and is this Gongaga? Looks like the Gongaga reactor in the background here. Hope we see the dinosaur tank monster return. If it does, it will probably be a boss. This is clearly under Junon. Down here is where we save Priscilla from the water snake boss, Bottom's Dweller. And we've got the houses over here. I think this is the one we rest at after saving Priscilla. Next up is Cosmo Canyon. At first I thought this was somewhere else entirely. I'm not used to seeing Cosmo Canyon without its red skies. Bugenhagen's observatory at the top there. Barrett continues to have all his saving the planet speeches. If they follow the plot points from Final Fantasy VII, this arc is going to have a lot of character development for Barrett. Now, this location, I can't figure out. I don't remember there being any washed up broken ships in Final Fantasy VII. There's a lighthouse up there too. It is cracking my brain. I'm gonna guess this is around the outskirts of Costa del Sol, which has a lighthouse. I was kind of shocked when they announced Red 13 wasn't a playable character in VII Remake, so really looking forward to getting my hands on him. Okay, so this is Cloud retelling his supposed past with Sephiroth. In the original, one of the pipes bursts and a higher Mako monster breaks out of his shell and cries and screams. This time it looks like Sephiroth slices the shell open. We're in the gold saucer here, Catchy standing on top of the stuffed Moogle. Much better voice actor than in Advent Children.
Oh, Sephiroth, you see.
And I'm actually surprised Barrett is here, because in the original he throws a tantrum and goes off on his own, and the whole drama with Dine occurs.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
Looks like we'll go with Barrett or rejoin him this time. So Catchy, we got a sneak peek of him in VII Remake. Glad we got the stuffed Moogle component of him. To be honest, I wasn't sure if that was going to translate well into Rebirth, but it looks good. But it does look like he doesn't have the stuffed Moogle out all of the time, and it's just for certain abilities or stances. Got the buggy you get after the gold saucer arc. I am very happy to see the buggy, and to me it helps suggest that the world really is going to be massive. It's really surprising to see a black chocobo. No idea how latent in the game these chocobos are, but black is supposed to travel mountains and rivers. We get to see it climbing a mountain here, and really surprised to see this teal chocobo that can fly too. Not even a golden chocobo could fly in the original. This one reminds me of Final Fantasy IX. Again, the world is going to be huge. Hey Quickie, trying to grow the channel, any likes or subs would be an amazing help. I really want to get my subscriber count up because that's the key to getting early copies of games. I mean, everyone else has already got their hands on a demo of Rebirth. I wish I could share my thoughts on that, but I'm gonna need more subscribers. Thank you. Okay, Costa del Sol, we can see the port we arrive at, and the addition of scooters. Sephiroth clones or men in black capes. No memory of this doctor. He may be somewhere in the extended Final Fantasy VII lore, but his purpose seems to be explaining what is going on with the Sephiroth clones. The whole reunion aspect isn't easy to follow for newcomers. Sephiroth appears, probably through one of the clones because we're still in that medical environment. Do not be deceived.
You know the truth. Trust in me.
I take this as the Doctor is trying to partially explain things, and Sephiroth doesn't like that, and he wants to continue manipulating Cloud. Midgar Zolom and the whole swampy water area around him. I was expecting more of a Cobra-like design with the original, and wonder if he'll have his overpowered beta enemy skill. While he had to avoid the Midgar Zolom in the original, and Chocobo around him, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a full-on boss this time. They kind of blend in Bottom's Dweller, the big water snake monster you fight to save Priscilla. No sign of Yuffie in the party here, and that's interesting because just before this place are forests, which are the very first place you can recruit Yuffie in the original game. So I'm wondering if we can work out exactly when we recruit Yuffie through this trailer. And I'm back here with an update. In the new gameplay demo, we do see that Yuffie is actually present here just off screen. So it looks like we'll have Yuffie in the party before Junon. Again, combo attacks look incredible. I really like the Aerith and Catchy one. Catchy does some energy beam like he's firing his laser. That's a blast from the past. Sephiroth and Cloud, or should I say Zack, doing some epic combo stuff. This moment, it looks so funny the way they're looking at each other, and looks like they're possibly fighting the Materia Keeper boss that has the Trine enemy skill. They originally didn't fight that in the past. It was actually a boss we fought in the present with Avalanche. Summons Alexander you'd get in the Icy Pond. I believe this is Kujata from the Forest of the Ancients, and Odin from the safe you opened to originally recruit Vincent. We've got the monorail that takes us up to the Gold Saucer. Yuffie is present in the party, and I can't see Barrett. He possibly splits off from the party a little earlier than in the original, and I guess Cloud rejoins with him and they meet Catchy from earlier. Andrea in probably the event square. That's the guy from the Honeybee Inn in Midgar. He's gotten to the Gold Saucer pretty quick considering we've also travelled the world to get here. I believe this is Dio, the guy that runs the battle arena, and he has his little museum. We end up getting the key to the Temple of the Ancients from him. Oh, and he does give us the buggy as well. Okay, minigames, very happy to see the Chocobo racing, and it looks a little bit more advanced than the Final Fantasy XIV version that only takes place in 3 lanes. Got the arcade fighting game, now with limit breaks. Motorbiking, love the motorbike segments in 7 Remake, getting a new Nitro boost. There are some new power-ups on the road, like the new user interface elements, and I love just how many enemies are on screen at once this time. We are technically jumping up from starting on the PlayStation 4 to a PlayStation 5 exclusive, so more advanced stuff like more models on screen at once. Back in Midgar, probably alternative reality, Zack is handing Cloud over to the news reporter. I'm wondering if everyone here is seeing the news report from the previous trailer, where an avalanche without Cloud has been defeated. Interesting to think about. Back to Junon and Rufus's big ceremony for becoming the new president of Shinra. He's got his own fancy car this time. Looks like the Pope-mobile, but the Rufus-mobile. God, the visuals are incredible. I can't believe how much is going on. Look at this creepy guy in the back here. We get a close-up of him, and he's not a Sephiroth clone or a man in the black cape. He's got a brown gingery beard. Possibly an older version of Glenn Lodbrok. He's extended Final Fantasy VII lore, and I'm currently working my way through Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. He's also in that, so hope to talk about that in the future. Now we get some underwater stuff and Tifa and Red 13 learning about the Sapphire weapon. I reckon they're actually at the City of the Ancients. There's a big crystal surrounded by water that shows people's visions. And I think they're getting a vision of the Sapphire weapon here. The design of the original City of the Ancients suggests that the Ancients were a very water-based race, so that's why I'm leaning to this idea. I wonder if because of Sephiroth's shenanigans, the planet senses danger sooner and wakes the weapons earlier than in the original. We will see. Everyone below the Shinra mansion looks like Cloud and Catchy awaken Vincent. Freaking awesome. We get some recap of the final battle in 7 Remake. I think this one scene here is completely new for this cinematic. Sephiroth eggs on Cloud for the reunion when worlds merge. To me, this kind of confirms the alternative reality stuff, and Sephiroth's new goal somehow involves merging these realities together. Probably connected to his time-travelling presence in the livestream, and the fact that we defeated Fate itself at the end of 7 Remake. So the release date has technically been brought forward. Release date was originally winter 2023, then it changed to early 2024, and now we're technically back in winter 2023 with February the 29th. And I've already ordered this. A big-ass statue of Sephiroth. Rebirth is going to be his complete and utter victory, maybe even more so than in the original Final Fantasy VII, so it is only right that this is the collector's edition. I quite like the cover art for Rebirth. It's nothing like I was expecting. Really strong contrast between the 4 primary colours. Cloud section shows Nibelheim's nighttime sky, where he made the promise to Tifa. Zack's blue skies and rocky formations makes me think of where he dies in Crisis Core, while Sephiroth brings in the storm of red, which to me symbolises the coming meteor. Nibelheim's reactor in the background where everything begins, with the very first reunion with Jenova. You've got the magic pot summon materia. That's the magic pots you could give elixirs and they'd give you a ton of ability points. You didn't get many elixirs, but you could steal some from Tunberries. They were the best way of leveling up materia. And it looks like we've got a new Moogle summon too. Reminds me a little of the Good King Mog fight in Final Fantasy XIV. And a small disclaimer here, looks like we could be seeing a PC version within 3 months of the PlayStation 5 release. Fingers crossed it's not exclusive to certain PC stores and comes to Steam straight away. There you go, those are my thoughts on the new Rebirth trailer. I am so excited for this game. What do you guys think of Rebirth so far? Let me know in the comments and peace for now.